Hello, Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates, and analysis. The aforesaid material irregularities are required to be investigated thoroughly by CBI or by any other independent agency or committee under the supervision of this court so as to do justice to the large number of meritorious students whose claims have been defeated by systemic failure to ensure conduct of fair examination, it said. The plea has sought a direction to a court appointed committee or any other independent agency to conduct post exam analysis, including academic background check, forensic analysis, and investigate all such candidates who have scored 620 and above under the supervision of the court. It has also sought directions to the NTA and others to take effective steps to ensure transparency and fairness in the examination process and to address the concerns pertaining to alleged fraudulent practices, leakage of question papers, impersonation, unfair means, etc. in any ETUG in the future. The Centre and the NTA had on Thursday told the top court that they had cancelled the grace marks given to 1,563 candidates who took the examination for admission to MBBS and other such courses. They will have the option to either take a retest or forego the compensatory marks awarded to them for the loss of time, the Centre had said. The examination was held on 5th May across 4,750 centres and around 24 lakh candidates took it. The results were expected to be declared on 14th June but were announced on 4th June, apparently because the evaluation of the answer sheets got completed earlier. There have been allegations of question paper leaks in states like Bihar and the other irregularities in the prestigious exam. The allegations have led to protests in several cities and filing of petitions in several high courts as also the Supreme Court. Scores of students protested in Delhi on 10th June seeking a probe into alleged irregularities. As many as 67 students scored a perfect 720, unprecedented in the NTA's history, with 6 from a centre in Haryana's Faridabad figuring in the list, raising suspicions about irregularities. It has been alleged that grace marks contributed to 67 students sharing the top rank. The NEETUG examination is conducted by the NTA for admissions to MBBS, BDS, Ayush, and other related courses in government and private institutions across the country. Leader of Opposition and BRS President K. Chandrasekhar Rao on Saturday said the Justice L. Narasimha Reddy Commission set up to investigate alleged irregularities in power sector appeared to be biased and working with a preconceived notion. The commission, he felt, was bent upon presenting a report against his party. In a 12-page written reply to the notice served by the commission to him, the BRS chief found fault with the commission for being biased as seen from the statements made in the press even as the probe in progress. He also raised doubts over an impartial probe into the alleged irregularities. There will be no purpose in appearing before probe panel in person to explain different aspects. He even suggested to Justice Narasimha Reddy to step down. He recalled the power crisis that gripped Telangana soon after its formation. The then government headed by him took several decisions to overcome the crisis. In total, there was a deficiency of nearly 5,000 megawatts, he said. The BRS government took several measures to improve the power situation and introduced a few reforms. Accordingly, the installed power capacity, which was about 7,778 megawatts in the state, was increased to 20,000 megawatts, he explained. He recalled that Telangana Electricity Regulatory Commission had approved power purchase agreement with Chhattisgarh. A Revant Reddy, the then TDP MLA, raised objections before the Electricity Regulatory Commission, but the commission approved the agreement, he pointed out. Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation on Saturday demolished certain structures adjacent to the Lotus Pond residence of former Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Mohan Reddy in Hyderabad. The Jagan Mohan Reddy-led YSRCP received drubbing in Andhra Pradesh Assembly elections. According to a senior official, the civic authorities removed the structures abutting the compound wall to carry out tiling work on the pavement in front of Jagan's residence. The structures were being used by security personnel, he said. An earth mover was used to remove the structures. The officials seem to have waited all these years before launching Operation Demolition till Jagan Mohan Reddy stepped down after his party suffered defeat in the just held assembly elections. Political strategist turned activist Prashant Kishore charged Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar with having touched the feet of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to ensure his own continuance in power. Kishore, who has been running the Jan Suraj campaign, was addressing a public meeting in Bhagalpur on Friday. The leader of a state is the pride of its people. But Nitish Kumar brought shame to Bihar when he touched the feet of Modi, he alleged, referring to the NDA meeting in Delhi last week. Kumar's JDU won 12 seats in Lok Sabha polls to emerge as the second largest ally of the BJP, which failed to get a majority on its own. There is so much talk about Nitish Kumar playing a key role in Modi's return to power. But how is the Bihar CM leveraging his position? He is not using his clout to ensure benefits for the state. He is touching feet to ensure that he remains in power, with BJP support, even after 2025 assembly polls, Kishore said.
ही मुख्यमंत्री रहेंगे भाजपा वाला कह दे सब पूरा राज्य के आदमी का इज्जत बेच दिया 13 करोड़ आदमी का जो नेता है हम लोग का अभिमान है सम्मान है पूरे देश के सामने झुक के पैर छू रहा है ये आदमी मुख्यमंत्री बने रहने के लोग कहते हैं कि भैया आपने तो नीतीश का मदद किए थे 2014 में बिहार में बाहर है नीतीश कुमार है आप ही तो कहे थे अब काहे विरोध कर रहे हैं इसीलिए विरोध कर रहे हैं 14 के नीतीश कुमार और 24 के नीतीश कुमार में जमीन आसमान का फर्क है 14 में नीतीश कुमार ने मोदी के सामने झुक के पैर नहीं छुआ था 14 के नीतीश कुमार ने अपना जमीन नहीं बेचा था अभी वो आदमी मुख्यमंत्री बने रहने के लिए कुछ भी
A U.S. court has ruled that Tata Consultancy Services is liable for misappropriation of trade secrets and levied penal charges of around $194 million on the IT major, a regulatory filing said on Friday. TCS, however, said it has strong arguments against the judgment and is taking necessary steps to protect its interests through review or appeal. The order has been passed against the company in a case filed by Computer Sciences Corporation, now merged with DXC Technology Company, alleging misappropriation of its trade secrets before United States District Court, Northern District of Texas, Dallas Division. The court ordered that the company is liable to CSC for US 5 crores 61 lakhs $51,583 in compensatory damages and US 11 crores 23 lakhs $3,166 in exemplary damages. The court also assessed that the company is liable for US 2 crores 57 lakhs $73,576.60 in prejudgment interest through 13 June 2024, the IT major said in the filing. The court also passed certain injunctions and other reliefs against TCS, it added. The company believes that the judgment has no major adverse impact on its financials and operations, the filing said. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit his parliamentary constituency Varanasi on 18 June for the first time after assuming office for a third consecutive term, during which he will release the 17th installment of PM Kisan scheme amounting to over 20,000 crore rupees for 9.26 crore beneficiary farmers across the country. Modi will also confer certificates to more than 30,000 members of self-help groups who have been trained as Krishi Sakhis to work as para extension workers, supporting fellow farmers with agricultural practices. Briefing the media, Union Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan highlighted the government's commitment to the agriculture sector. Agriculture has always been a priority for the PM in his last 10 years. He took several key decisions in the interest of farmers. After taking oath as PM, Modi ji first signed a file related to the release of the 17th installment of the PM Kisan scheme, Chauhan said. Launched in 2019, PM Kisan is a direct benefit transfer initiative under which beneficiary farmers receive an annual sum of 6,000 rupees in 3 equal installments to supplement their financial needs. Chauhan noted that the centre has disbursed over 3.04 lakh rupees crore to more than 11 crore farmers across the country since the scheme's inception. Uttar Pradesh Gana Anandiben Patel, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and various state ministers are expected to attend the event in Varanasi. The Agriculture Minister also shed light on the Krishi Sakhi scheme, a collaborative effort with the Rural Development Ministry. The scheme aims to train 90,000 women from SHGs as para extension agriculture workers to assist the farming community and generate additional income. The RSS on Friday sought to quell the suggestions of its rift with the BJP and that Mohan Bhagwat's recent critical references related to the Lok Sabha polls were aimed at the ruling party, insisting that such claims are just speculation meant to create confusion. RSS sources also noted that their organization's 3-day annual coordination meeting with its affiliates, including the BJP, is scheduled to be held in Palakkad district of Kerala starting from 31st August. Senior BJP leaders, including its president, are expected to attend the meeting, the first such exercise after the recent polls. In his speech, Bhagwat had on Monday expressed concern over peace eluding Manipur even after 1 year, criticized the common discourse during the polls and called for moving on instead of unnecessary talks on what and how of the elections after they were over and results were out. The opposition leaders had seized on his remarks to take a swipe at the BJP and Modi. Congress General Secretary Jairam Ramesh had said, "Such claims by the opposition leaders are nothing but politics meant to spread confusion," the RSS sources said. They also dissociated the Hindutva organization, considered the ideological mentor of the BJP, from its national executive member Indresh Kumar's swipe at the BJP over its poll performance, saying Lord Ram stopped those who had become arrogant at 241. watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV every day. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.